there, and welcome back to another episode of English with Tuna. I'm so glad you're here with me today because we're about to dive into a topic that affects every single one of us, every hour, every minute, and sometimes even every second. The topic is technology in daily life. Yeah, I know, it's a huge topic, but don't worry, I'm going to keep things simple, real, and relatable. Just like we're having a cup of coffee and chatting about how this modern world of screens and machines is shaping the way we live, learn, work, and even love. Let's be honest, technology is everywhere. From the moment we wake up, usually to an alarm on our phone, to the time we fall asleep, often scrolling on that same phone, we are surrounded by it. But let me ask you this, is technology helping us live better lives, or is it quietly taking over everything? That's the question I want us to explore together today. Let's start with something small, our morning routine. For many people, the first thing they touch when they wake up isn't a toothbrush, it's their phone. We check the time, check messages, maybe look at the weather, maybe scroll a little bit on social media. It's so automatic that we don't even realize we're doing it. But think about it. Just 15 or 20 years ago, that wasn't normal. People woke up, opened the window, or maybe turned on the radio. Phones weren't the first thing on their minds. Now, I'm not saying this is all bad. In fact, I'd argue that having a smartphone can actually make our mornings more productive, if we use it well. You can listen to a motivational podcast like this one. You can set reminders for your day, check your calendar, or even do a short meditation using an app. That's the amazing part of technology. It puts so much power right into our hands, literally. But at the same time, it also brings distractions, stress, and sometimes even anxiety. The pressure to respond quickly, to always be connected, to always be available, that's something new. And it's something we all need to manage carefully in this hyper-connected world. Let's zoom out a little bit and talk about the internet in general. Can you imagine your life without the internet today? I can't. I mean, my job literally depends on it. If there were no internet, I wouldn't be able to record this podcast, upload it, or share it with you. You wouldn't be able to listen to it on your favorite platform. We wouldn't even know each other. The internet has completely changed the way we access information. Remember the old days of going to a library, opening thick encyclopedias, or asking your teacher to explain something again and again? Now you can just Google it. In fact, most people say Google as a verb. I'll just Google it. That's how deep it is in our daily speech. But again, let's stop and think. Does having all this information at our fingertips mean we're smarter? Or maybe just more distracted? One of the biggest gifts of technology is communication. We can call, text, video chat, send voice notes, emails, anytime, anywhere. You can be sitting in Hanoi and video calling your cousin in London, laughing together like you're in the same room. That's powerful, especially for people who live far from their families, or for couples in long-distance relationships, or students studying abroad. This kind of connection would have been impossible not too long ago. And then there's work, remote work, online meetings, cloud-based documents, and instant collaboration with people from different time zones. That's the new normal. Tools like Zoom, Google Meet, Notion, Slack, they are reshaping how we define going to work. The office is no longer a building, it's your laptop, or your tablet, or even your phone. Technology has made work faster, but it's also made it nonstop. Some people now feel like they can never really leave the office because the office is always in their pocket. That's why it's more important than ever to learn how to set boundaries, take breaks, and protect our mental health in this hyper-connected world. And speaking of boundaries, let's talk about social media. I'm sure many of you listening right now have at least one social media account: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, maybe LinkedIn or Twitter. These platforms are a huge part of our daily lives. They help us stay connected, informed, entertained, but also sometimes overwhelmed. We see people posting about their perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect vacations, and it's easy to feel like we're not doing enough or that we're behind. But remember, social media is a highlight reel, not real life. Don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's polished movie trailer. Still, when used mindfully, social media can be an incredible tool. It allows artists to share their work, small businesses to reach global audiences, and regular people, like you and me, to express ourselves, build communities, and even start movements. Hashtags, viral trends, digital activism, they all show how technology can empower voices that were once unheard. And let's not forget AI, artificial intelligence. Maybe you're already using it without realizing. When YouTube recommends a video you might like, or when your phone suggests words while typing, or when Google Maps tells you the fastest route home, that's AI. It's not science fiction anymore, it's daily life. And of course, tools like ChatGPT are making learning, writing, and researching easier than ever. Students are using AI to brainstorm essays, travelers use it to translate languages, professionals use it to draft emails or create presentations. AI isn't just coming, it's already here. But here's the key question. How do we stay human in a world that's becoming more and more digital? That, to me, is the real challenge. We need to remember that technology is a tool, not a replacement. It should help us connect, not isolate. It should make life better, not more complicated. And most importantly, it should be something we control, not something that controls us. Let me share a personal story. A few months ago, I did a digital detox for a weekend. No phone, no laptop, no screens. Just books, journaling, walks in nature, and face-to-face conversations. And honestly, it felt weird at first. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit, only to remember it was turned off. But after a few hours, I started feeling lighter, more present, more connected to myself and the world around me. That experience reminded me that while technology is amazing, it's also healthy to disconnect sometimes, to just be, to notice the little things, to breathe without notifications. So here's a little challenge for you, my dear listener. After this episode, try putting your phone down for 30 minutes. Go for a walk, talk to someone in person. Cook a meal without watching a YouTube video on the side. Just experience life without a filter, without a screen. You might be surprised at how refreshing it feels. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the amazing things technology has made possible. We can talk to loved ones halfway across the world. We can learn any skill, any language, anytime. We can work from anywhere, build our own businesses, and even create podcasts like this one. We can access art, music, knowledge, and culture from every corner of the planet. And we can use technology to help others, to raise funds, to spread awareness, to make the world just a little bit kinder. So yes, technology can be overwhelming. It can be addictive. It can be confusing. But it can also be empowering, liberating, and beautiful if we use it with intention. At the end of the day, it's not about choosing between online and offline. It's about balance. It's about making sure we're still present in our own lives, even as we connect with the world. So, as you go about your day, just remember, you are the master of your screen, not the other way around. Use technology to create, to grow, to connect, but don't forget to live, to laugh, to feel the sunshine, to hug someone, to just be human. That's all for today's episode. I hope it gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to follow the podcast, share it with a friend, and leave a review. It helps more people find us. And as always, thank you for spending your time with me. Take care, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode of English with Tuna.